one of the things I used to do was I used to bring players over and people over and play hearts with them, which is Hearts the card game, which isn't necessarily a hard game to learn, but there's a lot of little things that go into it. And I think when you first played Safe, you had never played Hearts before, or you had played something.
I had played something similar, I think, and then you introduced it again, but then also I think that Spades was also introduced, and that was one I had never even touched before. So,
And we're sitting around the table with some players, and the thing about Safe is asking questions. Safe is like, all right, can I do this? Can I do this? And it's a lot of these card games are learn as you go. If you ever played Hearts and Spades before, it's like, all right, let's deal you in and let's see how you do. And you might make some mistakes in the beginning, but do you learn from your mistakes? And that's the whole reason why I played the game, was to see, do you learn from your mistakes, or do you do the same stupid stuff over and over and over again for weeks for weeks? And we bring over the same players, and they would still do this. You could play for hours, and they would still do the same stuff and not learn. Where Safe realized what he was doing, and he learned a lot from it. And by the end, like, Safe is the one instructing, where we're still working with these guys that have been around the same length of time that you have, but like, we're getting so frustrated that they're not learning from these mistakes. And as a player, that is huge. If your self-awareness, your desire to learn, and to learn from your mistakes. Like, I can't stress that enough. And it's so frustrating where, like, eventually, like, the game gets ruined, or like you just like you give up and like, all right, I'm going to bed.
right. Well, and again, sorry to interrupt, but the thing was that they got so scared of making mistakes that they wouldn't make the mistake, and then that's exactly what led them to not learn from it. It just keep happening and happening, and that's why I think I remember, like, our first two games. You explained to me what shooting the moon is, and that's like when you try to get every possible point that you shouldn't be getting, because the goal is to get 0 points, and you get all of them, which means that you actually get 0 and everyone else gets the maximum. And I remember, like, asking you, talking about it, and then I think I even tried it right after that, just to see, what would happen if I could pull it off. I think I missed it by like 1, and that was it. I was like, oh man. And then the next round, then I understood how to do it and how to keep doing it and move forward. And like you said, that directly translates to everything I do in my soccer, even in school, whatever I'm doing. I want to make as many mistakes as possible, because then all I need to do is find one good way that it works.
Yeah. Whether the guys knew it or not, that was a test. I was putting you guys through a test to see if you learn from your mistakes.